Hi guys and girls, John Moore with you again, and just a little quick update on what I've been up to for the last couple of weeks, and an explanation as to my lack of progress. Excuse me. Right, I got a delivery the other day of Ultimate Airbrush Cleaner Thinner, and I got a primer as well. Great stuff, absolutely fabulous. I did the Spitfire with it. You can see it here in the background. I'm not going to touch it because I'm just after giving it its base coat for the next stage is the green for the camouflage. That's the sea grey. The primer, no mixing, no nothing, straight in. Sprays beautifully, absolutely good, goes down fabulous. God, I couldn't fault it one little bit. The only problem I did have was for these 3 bottles I paid over £9 sterling delivery, which I think is a bit flipping exorbitant. Nothing against Ultimate, it's not their fault, it's down to the postage and packaging. Post is ridiculous price for post for small items. Anyway, apart from that, I'd like to say a big thank you to Andrew's Art and Scale Modelling. He did a subscriber giveaway there recently, and I came second. I was runner-up. He actually gave runner-up prizes as well. He gave a lovely little kit of an X-Wing for the winner of his thing, and for runners-up places he did some of these. What they are is they're prints of artwork that he's done. Now there's probably a shine off it and everything else, you won't be able to see it, but if you want to see his stuff, you can go on to his YouTube channel, which I will put up a link for at the bottom in the description box. Andrew Collins is his name. He's out of Australia. He's a fabulous modeler and an absolutely brilliant artist. You should check out his stuff, subscribe to his channel and things. So Andrew, as you see, I have it framed and everything else, and I have it up on the wall there, and a lot of people have commented on it and saying how fabulous it is. So that's Andrew's Art and Scale Modelling, Scale Models. I will have a link up in the description box for him as well. Also, today I received in the post something I actually wasn't expecting to get, believe it or not, because I kind of took a chance. What it is basically, it's an airbrush. I got it through Amazon. £17 sterling, including delivery. It came from China. I ordered it about 2 weeks ago, just over 2 weeks ago, and here it is from China. And I wasn't like, it's practically the same as the one that Steve Mottram gave me. A couple of just slight differences, but basically the same. If you look at them, they're identical, apart from the screw at the back, which is slightly different. This one is slightly heavier than the one Steve gave me. It comes in the pack, like I said, with the airbrush. It's got a 0.3 needle in it. The set also comes with, if I can get my big chunky fingers in here, oh, I've got tweezers right beside me. Comes with 2 needles, a 0.2mm needle and a 0.5mm needle, and it also comes with the nozzle for 0.5, nozzle for a 0.2, a pipette, cheapest chips one, and the little spanner for releasing the nozzle, and a braided hose with the connection on it. Now for €16, or for 16 sterling, I think it was about €22 altogether, all told, and gobsmacked, absolutely gobsmacked. It came today, and I gave it a go. I gave it a try out. I did this coat here, the base coat for the Spitfire with it, and it worked perfect. I'm not an expert in airbrushing, far from it. I'm only doing it a small period of time. This is actually, say, from start to finish, the first model I've actually airbrushed, and I haven't even finished that. With the Bradley, I used a rattle can primer and I sprayed the rest. So this time I'm using primer, the whole lot. I know that with the rattle can primers, I'd get maybe two, possibly two, yeah, of those out of a rattle can, because you're wasting tons of it into the atmosphere. You have to keep it back a bit, things like that. I'm after giving that 2 nice coats of primer. Went down absolutely beautiful, and I bought this small one just to test, just to see what stuff was like, and I'm up to there. So I've used that much, and I'm after priming a 1/24 scale Spitfire twice. So that's value for money compared to what I was using. It's unbelievable. It's paid for itself straight away already, because I'd have used, like I said, I paid 12 quid for a can. That's 6 quid's worth of thing. That cost me 6.50 sterling, I know, but what was it, 6.50? I can't remember exactly, but it was, well, cheap. Anyway, that's the airbrush I got. Thank you to Andrew. The Spitfire, ready for the next stage nearly. Just wait for that, give that a couple of hours to dry. I'd say it's touch dry now, but knowing my luck, I'll touch it and leave a big fingerprint in the middle of it, so I'm staying well away from it. I've used the airbrush cleaner, and I'm down to there, and I'm after cleaning this airbrush. Let me see, let me work it out. I cleaned it when I got the stuff first. I primed the Spitfire, cleaned it out, gave it a second coat, cleaned it out. So that one has had 3 cleans. The new one, I gave it a brush through the cleaner, gave it a clean before I used it. Used it and then give it a clean afterwards, so that's had 2 cleans. So that's 5 cleans already of an airbrush, and I used, you know, a little bit more than I've actually needed to use, and that's how much I've used. I mean, very little, so that's great value for money. The thinners, I used it with the I'm using the Airfix Humble paints that I got with the kit. Thinned perfectly. It was more, I think that I had to give it a better stir, because it was sticking at the start. I just ran a little bit of cleaner through the airbrush, gave the pot of mix a really good stir. I must get one of the little badger yolks, actually. And it went through fine, but I could still see in areas that the pigments hadn't quite mixed properly. Now, it could be the age of the paint, because like I said, it's a 1970s model, and God knows how old the paints are with it. Even though it's a reboxed in 2012, that's still, what, 4 years ago, it was reboxed, and was it an old stack of paints that they just chucked in with it? I don't know. But anyway, that's my update. Nothing really much to say. Enjoy your modelling, stay safe, and may the force be with you. Catch you up on my next update.